Labs.net. Just wanted to go over some of the features here that you can get from Binance. So before I get started, if you want to learn more about what I'll be talking about, the API with, let's say, Binance, come over here to quantlabs/academy/elearn. I have a Python course. I'll walk you through the whole course of using cryptocurrency with Binance. Just want to get some free books, come over to quantlabs.net. And then, of course, if you want to do the affordable way to learn about crypto trading with either Motorwave or Python, just go to quantlabs.shop and get this quote-unquote DVD with a web edition. So we'll leave it at that for now. So let's go over to the app. So if you're really interested in getting the app, just come over to binance.com/, in my case, EN language /download. You'll see here we have the choices for mobile apps as well as the desktop apps. So the one I'm going to show you is this one for the Mac OS. And there's also the mention as you scroll down here, the API as well, which is starting to become probably more advantageous over an app from Binance. So here's the app that we're talking about. I think the Mac and Windows versions should be identical. Essentially, what we have here is, in my case, as you know, I can easily trade through automation through the API. Nothing wrong with the technology, but the strategy development is little, can be a little too, it can be money losing because just the markets move so fast. Here we have the 24-hour change, I believe, for these coins that are moving, and that's fine, but you really want to stick with the ones at least on an hourly basis. That's pretty important. We have here the different markets that I've talked about with Binance, the BTC, the alts, which include my preference, Ethereum, USD markets, which is usually in Tether, USDT, and then we have the different charts here. So in this case, we have this BNT BTC. So as an example, this is a low volume coin or pair, but you can see the volume starts to build up, drives up the price, and the volume dries out. You'd think that that would be typical what you'd see in the penny stocks, but this is just an example. You also have the different indicators here for technical. I just probably in this case would just stick with RSI and with RSI as well as volume. So we have the different time frames here. So the month, minute, 5-minute, hourly, that sort of thing. So we have all that. That's fine and good. And over here, we got the alerts and some other fancy things. So the really important thing I would use this for myself is just this little area. Pick off the pair you want and do a stop limit order, because this is as close as you can get applying through a GUI or through an interface, graphical user interface, that where you can apply a limit on when to exit, and that's pretty important. So you do your buy, so you have to manually calculate that price target. You can also do the sell, which is probably equivalent of a short as well, but I just like long, just makes more sense to me. And here's the total that you're going to buy in the market of BTC here. So I'm sure if you flipped over to the USDT, they convert it into Tether, which is supposed to be equivalent to US dollar. So a lot of people do that. That's one of the reasons why. So BNT USDT. So now we're buying $1.24 US dollar for that to make that easier. But then you still will get some better performance with sometimes other crypto coins, other different stable coins. So that will make a difference there. Now, as I said, there's limitations here. The big one is this change business. As I mentioned, it's only 24 hours. We do have the ticker here, which is good, but how useful it is. We got the trade history as well. So we know that these sort of things do exist, but you can get that through the API, and that's again, I mentioned this before, where you get more buys than sells, so you know the price will be driven up over time. Just simple logic dictates that. So the app is fairly basic. You just need. So we have here the depth in the market. So we see that that's for more obviously intraday trading. In my case, I just prefer hodling now. If you hopped over to my website, you'll know that I've put up a uh, a blog post yesterday on this, and this is really shocking that once again I miss out on this because I'm kind of dibble dabbling with futures. So here, post is called "Man Has Crypto Cryptocurrency Have Been Crushing It in the Last 7 days." So, which is right here. So here's the Instagram post. So let me just show you some of these. So I'll pull them up, and this is why I'm starting to get some resurgence on this. And I have to say that Firefox is going back to its doggy days. Okay, so let me just pull this up. Okay, so here's the article. So here is one Instagram post. Again, the article here, this is the last week. Man, has cryptocurrency been crushing in the last 7 days? All right, so I'll pull up some of these Instagram posts. Okay, it's probably a lack of memory. This laptop's been pushed to its limits. So in here, I posted this last night. I mentioned this pair before, RCN against Ethereum. You can clearly see in just in 2-3 days, it's gone up 10%. So that's a pretty good, nice rise there. Stellar has gone up 19% right here over the last, let's say, week. This one's a big one. This is Cardona. Look at these moves, 50% in 4 days. That's massive. So that's last night. So here we have Tron, which I kind of wrote off, rose 14% in 3 days. And then we have 30% rise for IOST up. This is all in US Tether. So that's moved up quite a bit too. So I think there was Stellar as well that did 40%, and Vet as well did quite a bit too. So these are just some examples of how crypto has just been doing amazing compared to other asset classes. I've done those comparisons before. Futures market, I was just on the verge of transferring and opening new live accounts, and I started just, oh, let me just see what's going on in the crypto. And I just started running these reports on my Python. And again, you'll be able to get this on with your own bots that I've written, again, using that link or that course I just talked about here, Python infrastructure, Python trading infrastructure building blocks you can get here at the quantlabs.net/academy/elearn. Just find it at the bottom there. So because of that, you see these opportunities, and you don't even see them in MotiveWave neither. So these are one of the reasons why I think using the API, whatever language you want, preferably, I guess Python, just easier and just more versatile. You just get farther ahead than just working with this type of interface with the app from Binance. So it's a huge advantage once you get to use it. It's really primitive, this app. I verified just earlier today that yes, you can do options trading, but only on the mobile app from Binance. So I'll check that out. I might actually do a video review on that. But I just wanted to let you know that you can do what I'll do more hodling, but I will be using more of this app, Binance app, just to put in the trades. Like, just that's all I'm using it for, and apply this limit order on the buy. So that's all I'm doing it for. And that's pretty well it. Thanks for the like as well. Just wanted to let you know as well. And we'll leave it at that. Probably, like I said, do another review of the mobile app from Binance as well. We shall talk to you later. Have a good day. Thanks.